Is there any sound or music this morning? I sort of liked having the way I did it yesterday, but if you didn't watch yesterday, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, a brand new day. Oy vey. Fan on in the window, fan on outside my door, fan on in my bedroom with the window open, door open, blowing the cool air out. It is cool right now. Gonna get close to 90, if not topping it later today. So trying to keep the interior of the house as cool as possible so that later on when I shut everything down and trap all the cool air inside, it hopefully won't get too bad up here. Thumbs up. Anyway though, welcome to a brand new day. Oy vey. I did not get a whole lot done yesterday just from sheer anxiety. This whole thing going on with the move, with my neck, with everything. I am just, So yay on that? Definitely. I have been talking with my sister. She's been helping me a lot. She's stepping up, and I thank goodness for that. Stuff that I simply can't do. I've explained to her, and we've talked a lot. So I'm doing my best, and I'm talking to her as best I can. So thumbs up. There is apparently a smaller tiny house community that has been opened up. One of the big things that I'm not so sure about is I've heard that you have to have drug tests, but I use cannabis. I don't understand. I mean, I don't have any other drugs aside from prescription drugs in my system, so that's not an issue. But it's just kind of weird sounding, but I don't know how accurate. I'm going to try and contact them today. My sister's going to be looking up on it. She's talking with other people. So, I had briefly called up my sister when I got home from Walkies last night because I'll occasionally get bright ideas, and one of them was, well, hey, how about if I just get a housemaid instead and then don't have to move from here, but the housemaid, we're in a duplex, that's the word, and the other people in the duplex, they have been given a hard line to move out at the same time our lease on this side runs out. So there is something going on that we don't want to stay in the house for anyway. So, joy, they might have sold the place, they're probably going to just tear everything out and redo the entire inside of the house. So yeah, it was a bright idea that wasn't a bright idea that was based on 20% of reality. So I talked with my sister again last night, and she's on an insulin pump, constant, 24/7, that all she has to do is look on her machine because they put ports into her body for constant evaluation of her blood sugars, and if she needs something, the insulin pump, and if she needs an extra, just eat something fast. So yay, diabetes. Past that though, I have not done much, and it's 7:40 right now, and at 9 o'clock I have therapy today, so I got a lot of stuff to talk over with my therapist. Thumbs up for that. Past that, one of the big problems we have is if I'm looking for housing, I don't have any good credit score. One of the big things they're looking for when you do your application fee is credit score, evictions. I don't have any evictions, but my credit sucks. I have 2 bankruptcies and just my credit blows. I haven't had money to pay bills. I've had a lot of things go poorly financially. I don't have a good credit score. So I don't even know if I could go through the application properly. So we're seeing what's going to happen. That's why we're looking into the tiny house thing, which is the tiny house. It looks a little bit bigger than I was thinking, but it's you don't have an actual true kitchen. There's a communal sort of kitchen area, a lot of communal things. It's like renting a master bedroom, except the master bedroom isn't in a house. Isn't a room in a house, it's a small house. And then you leave your small house, the quote-unquote room, to go to one of the communal areas, like the kitchen or whatever. So, we're going to be looking into that today. So thumbs up. Because, yeah, it's rushing at me fast, and I've been doing what I can. My sister's been doing what I can. I'm still packing up things as best I can. And of course, nerve compression in here. Oy vey, I have muscle spasms, all kinds of muscle spasms at night on this arm. So when I wake up, ow, ow, ow. And I lie on top of this arm, because I can only lay on my left side. This arm, lying on my side isn't doing it. It's over time, and I have nerve compression here, which, to talk about this again, it is scary. I am worried and frightened, and I have no one but a camera to really talk this over with. What they're going to have to do when I do surgery is frightening, because my vertebrae, where your spinal cord goes through the middle and your spinal column, it's closing up this way. And one of the issues with that is you need to have a flow of cerebrospinal fluid throughout your system. It's being pinched off. Even before there's compression on my actual spinal cord, it will have pinched off the flow of cerebrospinal fluid to, anything below here. And that's bad. And this, on both sides, it's getting pinched off really tightly where it's leaving the bone areas because everything's grown in. So they're going to have to cut open my neck, open up that bone, core out the inside of the bone around my spinal cord, and then core out the sides here, so where the nerves come out, around the actual nerves. It's scary. I mean, one of these things goes wrong, you die. Not the arm ones here, but anything goes wrong around your spinal cord, you die. Anything goes wrong with anesthetics, you die. Now, not everybody just dies the moment they go into the table. Not everybody dies the moment surgery starts. Not everybody dies the moment anything starts. I am a worrier. I worry about these things. There is a possibility you do die during all these things. There is a possibility complications afterward, you die. There is a possibility things go wrong afterward. You may die. I am worried about the extensive recovery and what I have to do during recovery, because that's, again, scary. But it's something for me to talk to the doctors at the hospital here about, so that, it's got to be done. I can't not. Thumbs up. But over on the side, here's a big thing. I was talking about yesterday about Canon and such like that, and how when I was younger, I was big and heavy duty on Canon, especially like comic books. If the Flash wore corrugated boots on this one episode, and they go back and they refer to it, and he's not wearing the corrugated boots, there's an issue. These days, I'm not so big on that. This happened probably about the same time my arachnophobia started going, where my view now on things like Canon is everything is Canon, especially the parts that contradict each other. Did the Flash have corrugated boots in that episode? Yes. What about when we refer back to it and they don't have corrugated boots? Is that right too? Yes. They're both correct at the same time. And that doesn't bother me. I just think it's funny. So, hey, you change as you get older. I spent decades being one of those, it's got to be correct. But now it's like, if you get the spirit right, you're doing correct. So I just thought I'd mention that. And of course, checking about the rest. Oh yeah, somebody on Twitter said, hey, the comments on your Halls of Torment video were turned off. I have no ideas what happened. I uploaded everything normally, so I didn't bother checking on the comments because I went to bed after, but I didn't go to bed after uploading. I went walkies, came back, made it public, did some stuff, went to bed, had no ideas that YouTube would turn the comments off. Comments are turned back on, but why? I don't know. It's fixed now, but yay. So, checking out the rest of my list here. Yeah, we're going to be hitting that. So, the only thing I'm really going to talk about really quick right now, checking the rest of my time, is creative stuff, because I have spent previously talking about the accumulation of energies on the razor's edge and how there are all these different energies on the razor's edge, and one of them especially where it accumulates, it has to have a destructive discharge. And there things bad happen around that, but then it expresses itself. It has to do that with this particular form of energy. It's not good. The sheriff, who came from the little town of Aqualock when he was younger, moved to Apple Rock, the largest city in the Apple Rock layer, went to the community college, learned what he needed to, moved all the way over to the other side of the inhabitable Razor's Edge area, where he went to the city of, well, only about 2,000 people. That's big for the Razor's Edge, but moved there, became the sheriff, and then with this expression of energy, while he and an EMT Kelvin were racing away from one of the transcendent, where if you stare at the full moon, you will become transcendent. You will put on a good I was going to say meter and was fighting with my mouth. Hence the You put on 1.5 tons of meat, and then you have to eat to make up that energy debt. And so as the sheriff and Kelvin are running, they race around one of these accumulations of this destructive energy, and they soak up a whole lot of this energy. The sheriff slows down until the last 4 seconds of his life take 1.78 billion years to pass. Kelvin becomes sort of a forest god type creature, 25 feet tall, hybrid mix of human and elk, bipedal, and decides to meet his destiny by heading down into actual Tonasket Valley, which breathes in the normal energies during the day, and at night breathes back out a wilder, more feral energy. And this touches something deep inside him. He has to meet his destiny down in the valley. Now, Tonasket Valley and Tonasket, the little town, is one of the first things that started this whole setting thing off, because inside there is a radio station, WKNLV. It is a radio station inside Tonasket Valley. It is, the night shift is run. The DJ is Big Danny. Big Danny just runs 9 at night until 6 in the morning. 4 days a week, and then he does a bunch of other stuff that I will hopefully touch on as we go. The person that owns the radio station also was a part of another business thing and is part of the city council. But the radio station, WKNLV, has the radio tower right next to the abandoned Dairy Queen. The guy that that runs and owns the radio station had the Dairy Queen. The Dairy Queen did not shut down because the Razor's Edge could not handle the Dairy Queen. It was very popular, but it was also a 24/7 place. At night, the employees, about once a week, they started getting eaten. Nobody could see what was happening on the video cameras for safety. Just someone would vanish, they'd find the bones during the shift. So he shut that down for 24/7, said it doesn't happen during the day. I'm willing to experiment. Does anyone want to try? People being eaten is not uncommon on the Razor's Edge, so it seemed to be at night. We'll try it during the day. It went during the day for a while. Someone got eaten. He shut the whole thing down. So now it is the abandoned Dairy Queen with the radio tower right next to it. Big Danny, of course, runs the thing. And Tonasket Valley is different from a lot of the rest of the Razor's Edge because it's all probability curve. Most of the layers are normal with outliers off to the side. Tonasket Valley, normally the Razor's Edge and all that has an event horizon for the sky about 1 kilometer up. The glamours that you use to travel with cannot reach further than that. There is literally nothing past the event horizon of the sky. Tonasket Valley, that's not true. It opens up to our world out here with our moon, where the transcendent fly to the moon, and then from there out into the rest of our universe where they pursue their destiny. Now, WKNLV with Big Danny, that is a radio tower that, before the big rampage in Apple Rock just had a smaller tower that would transmit actually just outside the actual Tonasket Valley. In the fictional setting that I have, which is like a photocopy of our world put into that place with changes made, but that's just this iteration of our solar system and our world. It is cyclical in this setting. Because it is so close to ours, try to remember what I was doing, here we are. Tonasket Valley on the Razor's Edge. There is in this fictional setting in North Dakota a valley that looks exactly to the millimeter like Tonasket Valley, except of course it doesn't go in forever. It is a valley that has zero development potential, so nobody goes into it. And the only thing that's around it, a bunch of the tinier roads that are just popular enough that shutting them off would cause economic stress, but not so popular that they really put a lot of money into them. They're highways, they're state highways, that sort of stuff, and they go zip, and they go around Tonasket Valley. Those that go the closest, they hear the broadcast of WKNLV with Big Danny. Later on, after the rampage, because Apple Rock wasn't supposed to get a booster of booster technology so they could use their mobile technology across layers, including out in our universe, it was supposed to go to Tonasket Valley. The kaiju went and manipulated the King in Crimson on the inside, another place, so that this booster that was an incorrect and faulty one went to Apple Rock so that it could blow up and take out everything in the town communications-wise in Apple Rock. It was supposed to go to Tonasket Valley because there's less interference for boosters and mobile technology there, but the kaiju wanted it in Apple Rock. So there it went. After the rampage, when they're rebuilding, a booster and better tower goes into Tonasket Valley. The booster and the radio station, the radio can be heard all across the Razor's Edge now, and can be heard further around Tonasket Valley in North Dakota, not incredibly, but about a kilometer around the entire edges of it. So when you're driving close to Tonasket Valley in North Dakota, when you go around it, you can listen to WKNLV Radio with Big Danny. If it's from 9 o'clock till 3 in the morning, a lot of people listen. Checking my time, Big Danny, very popular radio person at night. A lot of people listen. He runs a variety type of thing at night where he talks about news. If it's slow and nothing's happening, he plays music. He plays a variety of music. When the new tower comes in, a lot of people like to hear him talk, and he does a lot of people calling in. He rediscovers for the Razor's Edge talk radio and gets another program going on so that people can listen to just talk radio on WKNLV, which, again, I stated, he works 4 days a week, 3 days off, but one of those days he just spends doing a live stream of actual call-ins that gets cut up and put into a smaller bit throughout the week, as well as just a bunch of individual smaller shows with call-ins and such that he does, and those get scattered, and then he has an actual day off. He sets his schedule, he does his work, he enjoys what he does, he is really thrilled to be doing it. So definitely cool on that. But Big Danny, who I can't remember exactly how to do the voice, and I'm far enough away, but it's, let's see if I can even do this at 19 minutes in, where he's like, I'm not going to be able to do this. Well, good night. I can't do it. I can't even remember how it's said, so I'll have to do it another day. I am very sorry. But I've been working as much as I can on that setting with the stuff I have to try and remember things the best I can. So yeah, there's Tonasket Valley, and that's how it all started, because way back in the beginning I was working on a different setting, and then for whatever reason I had thought of WKNLV Radio, let it go, and then all of a sudden it hopped back into my head, and then I couldn't get rid of it, and from there it became, well, the entirety of the inside, the Razor's Edge, the outside, the cryptid world, and more. So thumbs up for that. And hey, 19 minutes in, and as I've stated, these things have been running closer and closer to a full half hour. Let me know in the comments, do you want me to not do it that long, or does it bother anybody? I know not a lot of people watch, but if you watch this far and you hear this, let me know in the comments. Do you want them to be shorter, or do you want them to be longer? Half an hour, they're approaching podcast length, which, again, I don't mind doing a podcast. I'd like to sort of try where I can just yammer. So we shall see what happens in the future when everything settles down. But I've also, first I want to thank each and every one of my Patreon patrons. I have not been doing so well today physically because both of my arms are really killing me. My sincere apologies, I was not able to put up different names. But each and every one of my Patreon patrons are beautiful and awesome people. Without these people's help, I would be hosed like a Christmas monkey. Thank you everybody who has in the past donated to my PayPal. And on my GoFundMe, somebody donated a full $1,000. I don't get that. GoFundMe takes fees, but it's not a lot. So just about $1,000 minus, it's like $40 or so. But yeah, that is really going to help. That should pay for a U-Haul. That should pay for at least 1 month of a storage unit. That's going to help a lot. I now have the next month's of Comcast paid for. I've got things that are helping. It isn't the end. I'm going to need more. Most likely, I'll keep everyone in the loop, because if I don't need more, I don't want to ask for more. That's one of the things. I'm not trying to grift. I'm not trying to line my bank account. I just need help. So if I've gotten help, I'm going to say, no, I'm done. I don't know what that point is yet, and I know I'm not there yet, so thank you, each and every person that has helped me out. You're making this move far, far less frightening. And I'm going to go through and thank how many people have left me comments in the past 20 hours, turning off this spotlight there. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended, and I'm going to count on the fingers of this hand, but it's primarily for stimming. This finger here especially feels like it has been smacked by a hammer. It is a sharp, sharp pain. But it's use it or lose it, so yay. Let me call it my Chrome, because I cannot see a thing. Let me increase my text size to 150%. We have JAYY, thumbs up, thank you very, very much. And here's hoping that nothing bad happens with me and my kitty. Cake, thumbs up, thank you much, greatly appreciated. And it's actually my sister, not even my sister-in-law, that's trying to help. So, thumbs up for that, and that is greatly appreciated. Florimu, these days, I'm really good with unreliable narrators. I have difficulties with it as an author, trying to figure out when and where. As a writer, it bugged me. As a reader, it bugged me, but not anymore. And then we have 77 Arcturus. With the sounds that you hear, the biggest one is the fan on my laptop. The laptop has a loud fan. Apparently it has been a real issue for this model. People have been talking about it in comments and writing about it ever since it came out. It is loud, and that is primarily what you hear, as well as the fan in the window and the fan over there. So, hey. Wumbo, thumbs up. Nix or EH, always good to see you in the comments, but don't worry. My problems are next to nothing. It happens. Zelos, greatly appreciate, thumbs up, thank you very, very much, and I will continue. Fluffy Big Butt, we shall actually see what happens with the whole postal thing. If I need to, I will hit you up and we will see. Chris, thumbs up, thank you, greatly appreciated. RJ Mitchell, thumbs up, thank you, and hey. And I've been following your stuff, very good that you are, working so well in good things. Again, I am, thank you very much. I do appreciate your watching, you're a busy guy. Thumbs up and thank you. There is Pop Blast, greatly appreciated. Did I already say hello to Nix or EH? But Nix or EH, thumbs up, thank you very much. And boy, there is Vicinator, greatly appreciated. When my sister is looking up for me. My problem is I just don't know the questions to ask. And with my conditions, I don't even know how to ask about which questions I should ask to find out about how to do things. So She does know which questions to ask, so thank goodness. And let's see, there's Rock Vanilla, greatly appreciated. Jesse Koskinen, always good to see you in the comments. And Ryan, don't like you? Well, do not feel bad. The fact that people wish the best for me and hope the best for me is good. So thumbs up on that. And then there is St. Vincent, greatly appreciated. Thank you very, very much. And that is it in the past 24 hours. Greatly appreciated, each and every one of you. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people. Thumbs up, thank you. It is appreciated. Yay! As stated, I have therapy today. It is 25 minutes into this. Again, my apologies. I used to keep these at 20 minutes all the time. Now I don't know if I should to keep them shorter or longer. Let me know in the comments. Still though, like I said, I got therapy, I got calls to make, my sister's going to call me back later on, we're going to find out what's happening. I am stressed to the absolute maximum. I can barely think and function. Yay! Hopefully you can get done the things that you need to get done. If not, don't beat yourself up. And of course, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very good thing. Now, of course, after my big sign-off, I have to do the little sign-off because I record this on my PlayStation, and yeah, so you take care, and I'll see you.